Hey everybody, Wildcat here, and we are back with Construction Simulator 4. This is a map somewhere in Canada, apparently. Couldn't really tell you where it is. This game basically has the same layouts as the other ones, 1, 2, and 3. Same kind of playing style. It actually runs fairly smooth. Alright, so they basically start you off with as if you've never played the game before. I'll just kind of skip over this stuff for the video, that's for sure. Alright, so kind of got that training stuff out of the way. They send you over to your home base to do a few things there to get it set up and stuff, right? So I just figured I'd skip all that. So one of the things they've done here, they made this one, compared to the other ones, this one is a lot harder to make money and move up in levels. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to come to the just the job site here, the jobs that we have, and as you can see, they are fairly low priced. So it takes a while to get anywhere. This one, of course, is locked. So, like, even with this one for 26, I think was the highest one we had in there. If you come here to take this, see, it wants you to have a loader, a bulldozer grader, and a hook with a height of at least 3.3 meters, which means you can't use the hook that's on the truck that we currently have. Right. So, and of course, we only got 78,000 after doing all the training missions. I'm just going to go to the map here real quick, and we'll go to our... So the nice thing with this one is we can enter the dealership without having to drive there. Seeing how it's been a bit since I've done 2. I can't remember if you could do that in 2 or not. But anyways, so in our vehicle selections, the least thing we're going to need is a grader. And you see there's a lot of stuff that's unlocked right now, but costly, right? Can't afford it, but what we really need, so we can get a grader. Okay, he's 184, we got 78, so it's going to be a while before we can buy a grader. In 3, this trailer I couldn't get the ramps to go down. I don't know about in this one, because I never purchased it, and I'll explain that a little more towards the end as to what happened there. And so then our bigger excavators, of course, are still locked. And to unlock this stuff, you have to reach level 5. Or not reach level 5, you actually have to get past level 5 to unlock these. There's the bulldozer. And the requirements, he has to be a level 5. My other character I was playing, I got to level 5 and then the game crashed, and I'll explain that one at the end of this too, what had happened. So I never managed to get any of this stuff open because it all required level 5. And as I said, because we get so small amounts of money to start out with, it takes a long time to go up into the skill levels. No, this wasn't what I was looking for, sorry. This is the one. So right now, while you're in 3, it's not that bad, right? But you only make about 40 XP points around, 30 to 40 XP points, right? And right now we got to get to the 1350 to get level 3, and then of course it goes up higher when you get into 4. So it takes a while to get yourself up there. So with that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at, so I got to go back here. Let's go to the job section here. We go to jobs, so of course you can go to campaigns, and again, we could do this one. Sorry, got both highlighted. We could do this one. No, one just added. This one here, you only get 18 out of it. And again, it's the same thing. Say we got stuff that we have to have. Now this here, this is the same truck that we already have, but it has a stronger crane on it. We only have the, I think ours is the 33002 and this is a 53. Right, so you can't even do this one unless we have that other one, and then plus you have to have the cargo ranking of 2, which we don't have neither. So that these ones are right out of the business. As I said, we could do this one, but you only get paid 4,000, or this one you get paid 6,000. Let's go to the job sections here, contracts. So then in here again, it's the same thing. You know, all the stuff is pretty small paid, and you don't get much from it, right? So this one here, you go, hey, let's do this one, right? It's only, you got to take tarmac out to this spot. You get paid $22,500 for it. That's one of the higher ones here we could do, you know. Okay, so that's not bad. Let's go ahead and take this job. We'll accept him. We'll go yes. Okay, so we're gonna go up to the gravel pit to get our gravel. So haven't been there yet, but we know it's up here. All right, we got our waypoint set for there, and when I get up there, I will return. Okay, so we're coming up here to the gravel yard now, right? So these ones here is, of course, where you get your sand, soil, and gravel. That building straight out in front of me there is where you get your concrete, and of course this little chute there is where we get our asphalt. Alright, so of course just like before, park underneath it, hit your A button, automatically fills us. Our truck bed's full, and we drive out, and that costs us $14,400. All right, and it's going to pay us $22,000. So, you know, we make about $8,000 on it. Now, the other thing I recommend with this, if you play this one, I've noticed too that you see how they have them go, like we have to go over to there. So definitely be way shorter. When you come down here and go down this route, and you're right there. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, but hey, you know, I don't know. Maybe they think you're gonna enjoy the scenery. I don't know. All right, so I will kind of hook up when we get down there, I think. But the other thing I want to note is that this is kind of neat. They added sliding around the corners in on this thing. So if you're going fast enough, you can. There you go, it's a little bit of slide there. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of neat. You can actually drift the corners. Yeah, which is kind of neat because you weren't able to do that in the other ones. Alright, I'll see you all when I get down there. Alright, so we're coming up to our spot here. Of course, I drove past it. Pretty much normal. Cut across the road here, so that's the other nice thing. Some of the other ones you weren't able to cut across the highway like that and had a wall up. I think the one for the computer construction simulator, the one that made 22 was like that, has a wall all the way down the highway so you can't cut across. So as you can see here, see we made 31 experience points. And it's experience points, of course, that, you know, help you grow in your levels. So it's going to take a while to, it does take a while to get up there. Get that off of here. That was just good points progress. I always get that mixed up. So as you can see, it, you know, only getting 30 or 40 at a time. This is going to take a few trips to get up to there, and then when this one starts over, forget what it starts at. But it does take a long time to get up there, so. Okay, so for another load of asphalt, that one will pop up all the time. Like usually you can do that one, you go do another one, and that one will be back. So I used to do that one quite often. They have a bunch of icons around here that you can collect too. They give you 1,000 for each one you find. Again, you collect them the same way as you did in 2 and 3. Now, something else they've done with this one. Oops, wrong button. That I don't think they did with the other ones. If we come to our map after, you can see all those green anchors. These are all the work icons, so you don't really have to go to the map to select a job. You can come on to just you don't have to go to jobs in order to select a job. You can come on the map and do it. You can highlight the thing, you can do job detail, and then you can see what's required to do the job that's there. Or of course you can just go to the construction, or to jobs, and go to the construction thing and then pick out of there, which I prefer to go that route because you can see all of them instead of looking at one. And then of course if you exit out of the one, it just goes back to your truck and then you got to reopen it again. So I just find it go easier to these. So as you can see, what I think has only been about an hour and I'm already up to 192,000. So I could buy that grader. You don't really have to buy it. I guess you could rent it, but the problem with the rent is it's pretty tricky to do the grading there that they want us to do, like I say, because of what they put it into, right? Okay, so I can buy the grader, so I'm going to buy the grader, and we'll go ahead and accept this job. All right, I'll say yes. I mean, it's the other nice thing about the Construction Simulator too, is that it does pay you as you're going along, so you're not always completely broke. So we'll go to sorry, you need to go to the map here, and we'll go to the vehicle dealership and we'll buy the grader. Go enter. So like I say, that's another nice thing they added to this one, is that we can just enter without having to drive there. I really like that. They got a lot of vehicles in this one too. I was saying, I mean, we get tons of stuff that's already unlocked, but not really what we want. Okay, so we need this one with the plow on the front, not the bigger one, the smaller one. Yeah, I'll definitely show you why here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and purchase him. See, now I can have them, ship them there, or drive them there, right? Well, in this case, I'm going to drive them there because I don't feel like paying $1,400 to have him go there, right? So we'll switch over to the grader we just bought, and once I get down to the job site, I'll be back. Alright, so here we are pulling up on our site, and what they want us to do is level this ground. So the reason that I saying a bulldozer would be nicer, as you can see why, is because you can see it's going to be pretty tough to mow down some of this stuff with this thing. And also the other reason, that's the reason for buying it rather than renting it, because it's going to take a lot of just, kind of slowly peeling away at some of those hills to get it done. But one of the other things that I found out with this, I didn't know my first time around playing with the other character before he froze up and wouldn't load anymore. I gotta turn. Oh, come on. Put this blue down. Was that when it came to doing this here, that we just have to grade the loadout. We didn't have to spread these piles all throughout the area, right? So this is one of the reasons why I was saying you need to have the grader with the plow, with this plow in the front, of course, because it's going to help get rid of some of this stuff that you wouldn't otherwise be able to. Go bring him down. Put this guy all the way down as far as we can, and away we go. So basically, as you say, we just got to get it level inside the yellow area, so which ain't too bad. And as you can see, though, this is going to take a little bit of time, just because of the not having the room to maneuver this thing around. So that's why I think it's better to buy it than it is to rent it, because it costs a lot to rent. I mean, you might get away with being able to rent it and not pay as much. I hate this. As much with the as much of what it costs to buy it, but the thing is, you need it for more. Like almost every house in this version of the game, almost every house you build, you need to have a grader to go and flatten the land first. So it just makes logical sense to buy it. Now the thing is, oh man, I hate these friggin' views. They drive me nuts, I tell you. If there's something about this game I really gotta hate, as I've said, I'm pretty sure I've said before, it's these views. They just, the one they made for the PC, you put the view like that, it stays like that beside the vehicle, right? As you can see, my view stays that way, but it doesn't stay with the vehicle. And that's what drives me nuts, because with the one for the computer, you can have it stay with the how you put it, right? Like you say, if I stick it like that, that's it. It'll stay like that no matter how I move the vehicle. That view will stay like that. So as you can see my plowing, you can see that there's a windrow there, and that's what makes this hard to get rid of, because as you get to the edge, of course, as I'm saying, the grader doesn't really fit in here all that well. So that's why you need the plow in the front, so that you can, be able to plow the dirt or scrape it level where the center blade can't do. Okay, so I finally get that properly graded out, and it took about, a little over 2 hours. That's the only time it did take a while. So now what we need is a roller. So we're just gonna zip over to the car dealership here real quick and get a loader for packing the ground. So these are the loaders for packing it. The only one, this one here, let's see, because it says they're all, 90,000. Okay, so that's what I thought. So they're all 90,000 to buy, and as you can see, that one is definitely smaller than these other ones here. But yet, it's the same price, which is incredible. So in any case, I don't have $90,000 to buy one, so we're going to have to rent one this time. It would be nicer to have been able to buy one, that's for sure. And of course, you might as well pay the $500 to have it taken to the construction site, because it'll take a while to drive there with this thing. No doubts. Alright, so go ahead, hop into this thing. In 4, pretty much the same as it is in the other ones. Ain't really no different to it. We just gotta go ahead and flatten out that area. So once we get that done, we'll be back with the next job. Okay, so we get that done. We're finished with the roller. Now they want us to bring over an excavator. This is the only excavator I have. I don't even have access to any other one now. You won't get access to one, or at least a bigger one, until you reach level 5. I know they have some other ones there, but those are the more like, I call them ditch cleaner ones, because they don't really have a they don't really have any height on them on that first arm. It just basically goes up and down. You can't lift it very high, so I don't like those ones. Of course not, because I'm blabbing and getting lost here what I'm doing. So the other thing is that in this one, they don't give you access to a little trailer to be able to move this excavator on. Kind of sucks. So it's either you drive it over there, or of course you have to use the menu to get them over there. So there's one of those icons up on the roof I was talking about. They have all over the place that give you 1,000 for each one you find. Okay, I think I got about 2 more holes left to dig here, and I was just going to show this little guy in operation here, because if you remember in the first couple games it was pretty buggy. You know, you come up to the Bobcat like that, I would get stuck and things like that, so I just thought I'd show how smooth it operated in here. As you can see, it operates pretty nice. So I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to get all this in here. This hole completely dug before it says it's filled up. So as you can see there, is pulling the machine along a little bit there with that one. So as you can see, you're pretty close to the Bobcat on that one without it doing all this jumping and jiggering and not wanting to move or get caught up. There we go, got it. You don't have to throw the stuff in the dump truck. Of course, you can put it between the holes. It doesn't matter. I just figured it might be smart to save some, see how, you know, make a little extra money. I think they only give you like $1,700. We'll see when I get up there and dump it. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, 12 pellets of wood, construction material, Hawk Ridge, that's right, okay. got 800. Alright, so I managed to find enough icons, the symbols, and I got 12 grand I needed to buy the rest of the panels. And then once you get them all down, they do this. They turn these boards in. Of course, you have to put these down on the floor. And there'll be a few number sets of these. But right now, for the amount of time it's taken to do this one contract so that I could get that $1,000, it's turning out to have not been worth the hassle in a manner of speaking, because, you know, I bought the grader, could have rented it, I guess. But every housing, as far as I knew, that you build in this one, you're going to need a grader to level the ground. Oh. I tell you, man, I hate reviews in this thing. I just can't win with them. I can't say that enough. So the other thing is that I probably should have waited a little longer. I bought the grader too soon. So of course, you know, I did a couple portions of this contract and ran out of money, so I wasn't able to buy the wood. And of course, they don't pay you anything until you complete that part, so I probably should have waited off, because I got a funny feeling that for the amount of time it's going to take me to complete this, I probably could have made maybe not more money, but definitely way more XPs than what I'm going to get from this one. I'll have to see when it's done, but I'm pretty sure that I would have been able to get a lot more XP points in the same period of time than what I'm going to get by the time this is done. So once you get these 4 down, I believe it pops up with another 6 to put down, and then those 6 should cover the entire floor with these things. So once I get that done, we'll be back and get the next stage going.